Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out, 'cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless.
Movie review, bitches!
We are strong.
Heartache,
We stand.
no
No
promises,
promises, no
Demands. Love is a
It's a
battlefield.
battlefield.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Tasteless adjacent movie review 13 going on 30. What? All right, I'm Jay Chowder. We got Bone.
You are rude and mean and sloppy and frizzy, and I just don't like you at all.
That's correct. Slopdog.
Hello.
13 going on 30. Believe it or not, folks, I didn't pick this fucking movie. Like, you would have thought this would be a fucking Chowder pick. Oh, yeah, he's probably sucking a dick at 13 on 30. But that's incorrect, folks. I've never seen this movie in my life before. Bone raved about it, right, Bone? You were like, this is fucking makes you hot to trot. It's a good movie you want to put on when you got the saddies.
Maybe I don't know why, but when I was in my 20s, I watched this movie and I loved it, and I watched it over and over. I thought it had a really good message, made me laugh. It was a good feel-good movie.
Did you gay? We got you.
It's very much a rom-com. It's a classic rom-com.
Yes, very much. We decided that, seeing it's 4th of July weekend, we decided to kick out another rom-com for you. Because we did Forky's too.
July
That
weekend.
wonderful.
Did you mean Valentine's
You mean
Day?
Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day weekend.
Bone is really sick, folks. He's got his AIDS is really coming to get him. He may not be on the show much longer. He's almost done with the Magic Johnson fucking medicine. They ain't gonna get another prescription. Illuminati ain't gonna give it to him. So I mean, our podcast is doing so well, right? I mean, the Illuminati isn't that impressed with our numbers, so I mean, we're getting kicked out. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Listen up, folks. Start listening. You're killing Bone. He can't get that Magic Johnson AIDS medicine. Not gonna cure himself.
I'm gonna do my best this episode, guys, but I'm pretty tired.
Oh.
Fucking phenomenal.
That's
Yeah.
what we can do.
Don't
Find
turn
a
off. Keep the listeners fucking both gonna be half dead to the whole episode. Hang in, folks.
This is the best I've felt in 4 days. Like the first 2 days, I just shivered in bed with like 103 fever.
Jesus.
It's horrible.
Oh my God. I feel like this is the episode of The Simpsons where they sing that song and we're sending our love down the well all the way down.
Prayers for Bone on this episode. God, please help Bone in his AIDS. He does not know what he does.
Hashtag prayers for Bone.
I still try to be young a lot sometimes, more than Bone would like. And like we'll be out in public and like we'll be at urinals and I'm always like trying to like grab his hand at the urinal. And he's like, get the fuck off of me. But Bone is so nice. He's just like, oh, when he laughs, he knows it's funny, but he knows it's so wrong and awkward. So he's just like, stop. And I'm like, what's in that? And I always say like, we'll always be like around an old lady. For some reason, I always pick an old lady. And an old man probably better. Where I'm always like pretending we're gay with each other. I'm like, oh, he says this now, but you know he's gonna want it later. And they're always like, oh wow. Both like, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. I was watching The Hateful Eight and it reminded me, like, if Bone was like kidnapped, I would like want to save his life. I know we got to do 13 and 30 here, but we're talking about you want to, grow up and be older and stuff, but we're talking about love here too. So listen, so I love Bone, and I'm like, if he was kidnapped like in Hateful Eight and they were going to hang him, I would be like with Channing Tatum and I would like get a crew together and be like, we're going to save this motherfucker. It'd be like me, it'd be Slopdog, and a couple of the other crew, maybe Whitey, Hot Pants, Climax, maybe get the crew in, you know what I mean, and save your life. Decided to tell Bone this. We get up at like 5, 6 in the morning to go to work, to our real suck jobs. And he's like naked in the shot, open the door. I'm like, I can't, I'm just like, if you were stranded, I just want you to know I love you, kid. And if you were fucking kidnapped, I would get a crew together, man. I'd hide under the wood, man. I'd fucking save your life. And he's like, get the fuck, he's just dick in hand and just like naked getting into the shower. He's like, get the fuck out of here. And I know Bone tells it much better than I do. And did you want to tell it, Bone? Or you sick?
Well, you just told it. Well, then, like, I'm in the shower, and I'm, like, just sitting there. I'm sick. I was sick from the last cold. And I'm just like, I'm tired, I'm sick, I'm letting the hot water just run on my face so I can wake up. And all of a sudden, the curtain just fucking rips open. And he's just like, you know, kid, because I really love you, I would save you. I'm just like, get out of here! Get the fuck out of here! That's why I locked the door now.
So there's that. And, you know, but Bone always told me, you know, like I stay in his house, and he's always got a rule. He's like, if you see my dick, you can eat whatever you want in my fridge. So as a kid, I seen his dick. So it's me, the dog, all the bitches he used to fuck in your house, Slopdog, his wife, the kids he had to shower with, was forced to shower with at high school. So we all get to eat free in his fridge.
Seems like a lot of people.
It smells like I'm going to cut that roll down. And but anyway. So 13 going on 30. If you haven't never seen the movie, pause this, go watch it, come back and listen, because there's definitely going to be spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, let's get in there. Hashtag enjoy the hang, baby. And let's just ramble a little bit about this fucking 13 going on 30. She's 13. Life isn't going as planned. And she's all these models. They're 30 years old in the magazine. We all were like, I can't wait to grow up, right? Yes. I'm a grown up now, and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You had life in the fucking palm of your hand, you fat cunt. So anyway, so she wants to be 30 going on 30. Some magic dust goes on her, and from a house that her friend made. That's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, she gets magic dust on her. She falls asleep in the closet, wakes up. She's 30 years old. And it's not like 30 years old. Like, I thought it was going to be big. Like, she wakes up in her house. No, the movie just fast forward 30 years. So I thought that was cool because they didn't I thought they were going to rip off big, but they just.
What he's saying is it's a very plausible story arc.
Yeah, you might as well what? I'm peeking at you tomorrow for sure. And I'm going to fucking fish all your asshole. And what? No, so.
Lock the door.
I'm going to get there. He's not looking. I was going to get my finger and fucking Jaws music. And when I just jam my finger's asshole, then I'm going to hook it and pull. Caught myself a fish.
The fuck?
Oh my God, Bone. Gotta get some deadbolts for your bathroom.
He's all sickly, so he can't fight back as much. Just the way I like it. Yeah. You're gonna fucking smell your neck a little bit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, so anyway, starting to go on 30. So she grows up 30 years old in life and is living life and is frantic, and then it just goes on from there. How's she gonna get back? What the fuck's she doing? Who is she? Blah blah blah. So good movie.
But it's silly. I don't know if you noticed this too, but they put a lot of little things in there to make you because she still thinks of herself as 13. So because because she woke up as 30. So it's there's a part where she's sitting in the board meeting. I don't know if you guys noticed, but she has a fruit roll up wrapped around her finger and she's biting it. She's eating it off her finger.
Yep.
As an adult, nobody would be doing that. But because she's, you know what I mean? I like that kind of stuff. When she's in her office, I don't know if you noticed that, but the folders and stuff are Lisa Frank print.
I did not notice that. That Lisa Frank, was that
I know
she has a big
colorful.
pencil that she's writing with, that kind of stuff, because she's still 13 in her head. And I love when she goes out with the guy who's supposed to be her boyfriend, and she's like, okay, I guess we'll go back to your place. And he's like, yeah, we can play games. And she's like, oh, part cheesy.
Ball Madness? She played Ball Madness?
I liked when her boss was just like, who's your dad? And she's like, Walter Rink.
So it's her dad's name. Very innocent, right? Cell phones really weren't big. So, when she hears the ringing, she's like, what is that noise?
What is that? Yes.
It's a cell phone in the pocket. And she's going insane. Does anybody else hear that music?
She calls her parents, and it says there's a message saying they're on a cruise, and she's like, how could you go on a cruise without me?
But if you think about it, technology-wise and just society-wise, 1987 to 2004 is such a fucking big jump.
Yes, it really is.
The world is such a different fucking place by 2004.
Yeah. But I love how they do thriller.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I was just gonna say that.
There's no way all those fucking people remembered that dance. I've seen that a million times. I couldn't do that dance.
Dude, it was my pick for our movies. We used to watch movies at Aunt
Yes.
Diane, Joey and Bone. You guys picked the
No.
Twilight Zone movie. Slopdog would pick the Roadrunner cartoon movie, the Bugs
Yep.
Bunny movie, and I
Yep.
would always pick the music video for Michael Jackson's Thriller. Same thing. Watched this 1,000 times. I don't remember. I remember maybe a couple sway moves in the hands, but these people fucking. How do you all know this dance move?
She remembers it because to her it was yesterday. Remember, she's practicing it like right before the Mean Girls come downstairs when it's her birthday. That's what she's
Oh
practicing.
shit! I totally forgot
As
that.
Thriller, and then like so that's why like she knows the moves. I think a lot of other people knew the moves, but then like once they see her, they're kind of like more copying her. And of course, it's a movie, so it's going to be more choreographed.
What movie is that in? Not another teen movie where like everyone starts dancing the choreographed thing, and the guy turns to him and goes, "Funny how the whole high school knows how to do this dance."
Yes, yeah, I think it is like that because there's like what is it? She's the girl. She's
all that.
She's all that. Thank you. And that because in that one, I believe they do that. They all like start dancing the same dance. It's like what? And I think Usher is their DJ or something. It's like again, what?
It's just it's just a funny concept. It goes back to like what I think Slopdog was talking about earlier the other day, 17 again.
Yes.
And it just kind of goes back to those retro films for me. It's just a funny concept. I think it's what every kid wanted when they were 13. They were so in a rush to fucking grow up. And we didn't all have fairy dust, so we couldn't experience it. I think if my 13-year-old self looked at my 30-year-old self, it would have been like, "Oh, I'm just disappointed. This is not where I want to be. I need to make some."
Oh my god! When I was 30 was not where I wanted to be either. Yeah, dude, 1,000,000%. Like how she grows up, she gets her dream job. I'd be like, I'm working at a fucking grocery store. I hate my life.
Yeah, same.
I didn't do anything I
What
wanted.
the hell am I doing?
Yes. I like how when she meets up with Ruffalo again, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you were gonna play in that movie, spin the bottle and rape in the closet or whatever."
And his face, he remembered everything and was so bitter. That look on his, Mark Ruffalo did a good job of playing this character because when she hugged him, was just like, we were best friends. He's like, yeah, we're not friends anymore. The bitterness from that moment was still in his, like, he's thought about this for years. Like he was saying, he's like, I don't know anything about you. He's like, we haven't been friends since like middle school. He knew that where she worked and like that she worked with her friend Tom, and he knew everything about her. He follows her.
Pinpointed where he was. I haven't seen you since that day where you were in the closet and everyone, you were crying. Like he pinpointed like that day, and it's just like holy shit. And it's just like, and those memories stick with you. Those are the memories that, like, I still think of shit when I was in middle school, high school. That still sometimes stick with me to go, I wish I'd done that differently, or fuck that fuck, I don't know.
Well, and of course he loved her even then. Like he made that little house for her. He spent 3 weeks on it, making it for her. He wasn't doing that out of the goodness of his heart. Yeah. He really cared about her. And
she this is held together with glue in my cum. Yeah. She was picked on. She was the girl. They fucked her over at her birthday party. What really gets me, like, kind of the end of the movie, as you learn, she's the asshole.
Yeah, like she turns into a jerk. Yes.
She was the one who was fucking over the company. She's the one who, little by little, like, was firing people, fucking people's husbands. Just a piece of shit. Not a good person. And, like, you find those out, it really makes you go, holy shit, I'm supposed to be rooting for this girl, but I really don't want to because... I root for the 13-year-old, but the 30-year-old's a real piece of shit.
Because when you're growing up, you make all these decisions, and if you make decisions to forward your own self over other people, it eats away at your innocence and your soul little by little, and just you become the villain eventually, and that's what she became. And she looked at that and this is not the person I want to be. Why did I become this person? And she doesn't understand that naturally she would become that person. It's just... It's the decision. It's the hunger. It's the desire for power, for to be accepted.
Yes.
Let's talk about another.
Does it make you guys like sad? Like the part where he's gonna get married, right, to the other girl, and he's like, I'm he hugs. He's like, I've loved you. I've always loved you, but I can't. I'm marrying whatever her name is, and not her. And she's like starting to like kind of like cry when she leaves his house, and she's holding the little house he made for her and walking it over to her house. I don't know. That part always makes me like, oh.
Yeah, it's sad, but
I remember being like, get the fuck out of here before his wife sees you here and you ruin the marriage. That's like where I was in the story because I knew I felt bad for her because her 13-year-old self. But she grew up and she wasn't a great person, and he like grew up and then loved this girl. Like, so I'm like, you're gonna ruin this fucking marriage for him, like, and I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of here before you ruin this marriage.
I think the magic dust going from 13 to 30 is more believable, and being able to travel back in time to your body through magic dust is more believable than they actually fell in love when they were kids, got married, and still looked the same way they did all fit.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't miserable. They still loved each other. It wasn't like, come on, bitch, get out of the car. Like, one part I thought was funny when you were talking about when she's still 13, going back to those moments, when her friends, like, check out that hot guy over there.
Oh, yes.
And she goes to the kid at the table.
She's like, hey, can I borrow your ketchup? And she's like, do you want to go to jail? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Do you want to go to jail? Her friend doesn't even question, telling her, are you fucking sick? You fucking kids. And,
giving that kid a hand job in the bathroom.
Oh.
That kid jerked it awesome that night. He shot like he's never shot before in his life.
But I just love the part where the guy, the boyfriend there, is dancing like in his apartment, and then like he's like naked or whatever, and he's like acting like he's like shooting like hockey pucks or whatever. And she's like,
ice, baby.
She's trying not to look at him, and she's like, "We could play Parcheesi, we could play Battleship or whatever."
Yeah, I just want to look at his dick. It's thingy. She just called it a thingy.
Yes, I believe she's like, "Yeah, put that. I don't want to see a thingy again," or something like that. Yeah.
Because at that moment in time, some people do mature faster than others, but she at that time was just like, I don't want a dick. I just want to hang out and have fun. No dicks allowed, like it wasn't dick time for her. Other girls fucking crave it from birth, I think, some of the whores I knew. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what did you lose your virginity? 8? Good grief.
Jesus.
And, what?
Did you also catch his last name, Matt's last name? Flamhoff? Yeah. At the end, they're on the couch together in front of their new house after they're married, and like Razzle, Mrs. Mr. Flamhoff, Razzle, Mrs. Flamhoff.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that their name is like a weird name. Yeah.
Horrible. Yeah. I'd be afraid of that dust. Like, what do you do with the box of dust once you she goes back to 13? Like, I'd be afraid, like, where do I put this box so it doesn't happen to anybody else? Or it doesn't happen to me again, or random, like my kids one day, like they find this box and they go back in time. Like, I don't know. Wouldn't you worry about that? How do you get rid of the box of magic dust?
I don't know. I guess you just throw it at like a homeless person or something. I don't know.
Good luck to you.
Frickin' Maddie, him being rejected, that developed his personality, where I'm sure, guarantee he got fit. He worked on his photography. He became like this sexy hunk guy. That's because Jenna rejected him. If Jenna accepted him for the chunky guy he was, he would still be a chunky guy when they got married in the future.
You think he'd be eating hams? Like, on the couch, he's like,
oh yeah, he'd be like, I'm fucking the bitch I want. Why am I working with this? I just think he wouldn't have looked the same. I don't know what you guys think.
I don't know. I think you thought about this too much.
Right? She's like, I love to push on your fatty rolls to get your dick out. Don't change.
They probably would have had a kid by then, you know what I mean? They wouldn't have been getting married at 30. They probably would have got married at like 20 and hated each other and had 3 kids, and she's smoking a bunch of cigarettes and he's just like, give me my beer.
She's like, I love fucking the trouble magic bubble.
But see, it doesn't work. It's a rom-com. So as in all rom-coms, it has to be like cutesy and you know what I mean? Not real.
Yeah,
no, I'm just saying in real life,
Yeah,
like if you're like the reason the bitterness when he saw her again in his face and he was trying to be nice, all that bitterness is what made him the man he was. All that devastation to his soul built his personality and his.
Bone loves this movie. Can anybody tell? Bone picked this movie.
Like, wow, who hurt you?
A lot of people, all right, a lot. Fuck you.
He tried to fuck it out when he was next door to you. He's like, every bitch he would bag, he'd be like, yeah, yeah, when each come, I'm gonna fucking get it out of me. Each come held some sadness, and he hopes this bitch would take with her like It Follows, and her fucking she'd have sadness in her, and he'd have a little less in him.
There was a point in time in my life, 40 years in a row, 4 birthdays. Within like 2 days of my birthday, a different girlfriend broke up with me 4 years in a row.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
The last being my wife, I love it. We got back together.
That's good. Yeah, they're good.
she didn't want to ruin. She was like, this seems like a tradition for you.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the streak. And then 2 days later, we were back.
I didn't want to get you a present anyway.
Yeah, is the window closed now for the present? And I when she went back home, oh my God, her mother made her like Pee-wee's Big Adventure, like pancakes, like just the face on it and the eyes and the hair. I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted that my whole life, like just bacon mouth and stuff. Like,
don't they play a really weird song too? Like, I can't even think of what the song is, but when it shows her riding the train going home, and then when she's first home and there's a thunderstorm and she goes and sleeps in her parents' bed.
Yes, I can't remember what the song is.
But it's like, when will you realize something waits for you? What is it? Something waits for you. Like, it's such a bizarre song. I don't think I've ever heard it anywhere else. And I'm like,
I think that song could also be played if you're trying to hide from your abusive husband and it shows him in the dark closet waiting for you.
Billie Jean.
Horrible. And no, but it was like a decent movie. And what happened, like so the end of the movie, right? Like she fucking they get there. Hey, oh my God, goes back, Glitter. Brings him back. She kisses him. We love each other. They run up the stairs. So when they run up the stairs, do they then go through life, or do they automatically go back to 30?
No, I think they go through life.
Yeah.
That was my question. I was like, do they just portal back to 30, or do they go, yeah? So you think like both?
And somehow waited 17 years to get married. I don't know.
That doesn't really. That also doesn't make sense, no. But it's a it's one of those rom-com movies where they didn't put too much thought into that part of it.
It does make you feel good when you watch it. Like you do watch it and go, do feel really good when I watch this movie. Like,
it's a feel good movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. Just like 17 again. That's what I made. It made me want to watch 17 again. At the end, I was like, I want to watch 17 again. Anyway.
Did you?
I did not, but I should have.
Could I be watching anything else? And,
but seriously,
coming soon, my Tasteless Adjacent, 17 again.
That's right. Because all those kind of movies don't have to make complete sense. It's just a feel good movie. You're supposed to watch it and be like, oh, that was lovely.
And see the kid feel, yeah. Everyone feels everyone else's pain, and I remember being a kid. Oh, it does suck. And what I don't know. I just Bone had like a theory. He said did you still have a theory, Bone? You wanted to say about what do you think happened? Because
and Bone, I feel like you would have had more of a thing for Tom there, because like she was kind of angsty.
Yeah, I think I would have found her more attractive. Agreed. She was more of a bitch and had an attitude, and
especially
when she does her presentation and she's like, it's gonna be like, what is it? Like
fashion suicide.
Suicide.
That was an awful fucking pitch. Awful pitch. But the other pitch was awful too. Like we're gonna turn this fashion magazine that's been a fashion, a breaking edge freaking fashion, magazine for the last 2 decades, and we're gonna turn it into a family fun teen magazine. Like
it looked like a vision board to me. Like a kid would have a vision board. I was like, how would people applaud this? Like I don't.
But why would the other magazines steal the idea? They're gonna redesign too to be a teen magazine. Like
because Sparkle is the best.
Well then, if you have to if they redesign to be a teen magazine, well then just stick with what you're doing and you'll get sales because you have no competition. And if you stick with it and you change, well then they had no reason to change because they're gonna have no competition. Problem fucking solved.
You tell them, Paul.
It's like a tit for tat, yeah.
God damn it, Poise. Get it together.
Fuck you, Sparkle. Poise.
Whoa, what was your thing? Did you have Jesus Christ, a lot of hate towards Sparkle. And Sparkle Glitter, is there a tie there? I wonder. I don't know. And Glitter makes her go back in time. Back in time. No. All right. Bo, so what I keep saying this. Bo, you told me you had some thing you wanted to say about the end of the movie. Did you know? Am I wrong on this?
That's what I said, is that they would totally not be fucking attractive.
Oh, I thought you had some big thing like Groundhog's Day.
That's it.
We were like, they go to some time warp. I thought you were talking about time warping and shit.
No, I just honestly
Jesus.
think that
I built it up too much.
Because they went back and she changed time by falling in love with him and standing to the bully and being her own person, that her life would not have turned out where she was like this attractive, tightly fit, oddly masculine sometimes woman.
You think she'd be a fat pig is what you're saying? Just say fat pig. Say
I'm
that.
not going to say fat pig, but I'm just saying she might not have hit them as many fucking lifts at the gym. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe you don't know them. Maybe they were so happy they went and hung out at the gym together.
They hung out at the gym like, we're going to really make this work. Yeah.
They were the annoying CrossFit couple.
Oh, yeah.
You got to try CrossFit.
And they have to tell you how much fucking protein powder they're eating. Like, you give a fuck. Oh my god!
Hey, light up the CrossFit, you fuck. Let me eat my burger and die. Fuck off. And eat that burger. Go fuck your mother. And
anyway. I got something you could try. This bar that tastes like shit, but you'll never miss that burger. And you're just like, go fuck yourself. Yes, I will.
It's a lie, dude. I tried like vegan jerky once. I almost killed myself. I was like, this is the worst shit I've ever had in my life. Ugh, vegan jerky. Go fuck yourself. And
there's no way I remember dating a vegetarian one time, and we would once in a while we would try like vegetarian stuff, and I'm like, this is awful. She's like, no, it tastes just as good as meat. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It 100% doesn't. You have brainwashed yourself, because this does not taste anything like fucking meat. Like, there was one patty that wasn't bad, but it tasted like breaded rice.
Ugh.
Like, it was okay because it tasted like breaded rice, but it wasn't a fucking cheeseburger.
She don't eat the meat, but she sure likes the bone. Right? But she ate that dick like an old sailor, didn't she? Like, she ate that meat. You're like, you look at all this meat you're eating, bitch.
Did you have to sprinkle some beans on it?
Fucking shoot fucking beans out your pecker hole in her mouth. Bloop, 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 bloop. Like a fucking you put drops in your eyeballs. You drop fucking beans in her mouth from your pecker.
Ouch.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Anywho, let's grade this movie. So 13 going on 30. I've never seen it before. It was a really delicious movie. Good for the whole family.
What did I say? Didn't I tell you it would delight you or something stupid?
You're like, it'll supposed delight you or something. You're like, I don't know. You're like, you're half a fag. It's fine. You'll love it. And I really did like it. You would think this is a movie I picked out. I've never seen it, but I am glad I did. I think it's a good movie. I would definitely rewatch it. Is it like my all-time favorite? No, but I'd say I'd give it 4 dog dicks and a tip. It was a really good movie. I liked it a lot. Bone, what say you?
So I love this movie as well. I honestly, watching it this time, I watched it a couple times, I didn't love it as much as I did when in my 20s. I honestly thought this was going to be a 5 dog dicker for me. And for the most part, I really did love it.
He's like, this is really going to be a really mastered Jason Bader, but it is not, you know?
It's not a Jason. Son of a bitch. Anyway, no, it was a really good film. I loved it. I loved the message. It was fun. It was, had the romance to it. It had some funny parts. It just reminded us a lot of nostalgia of being a kid, and I think she played Jennifer Garner played it really well as being like a 13-year-old that would have jumped in a 30-year-old's body. I really like the way Mark Ruffalo played his character after his crushing by his best friend in 5th grade. And
go on another rant about that boat for 20 minutes, please. And fuck me and the asshole. I like how she would hang out with those 13-year-old girls like a 13-year-old girl. It was creepy, but like if you realize she was really 13, you're like, oh, that's fine. Yeah.
But who is letting all those 13-year-old girls go over this lady's house for like sleepovers?
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Seems kind of rapey.
Michael Jackson shit, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. But even like in like I think it was like 4th, 5th grade, wherever they were in, the 6 chicks, that was so 80s. It was funny, and like when she became a 6 chick, they kicked one of the 6 chicks out. Sorry, bitch, you gotta go. And not the big tall one that looked like she didn't belong, but one of the other ones. And she must have been somebody's cousin. I don't know. Anyway, I really did like this film. It was really good. I'm gonna give it 4 dog dicks and a tip.
4 dog dicks and a tip, yay. Something else?
I really like this movie. I've seen it more than once. It's a really good rom-com. It like you guys said, it's just a feel-good movie. It doesn't all make sense. I know it doesn't all make sense, but it's not supposed to. It's just, and it's funny and it's lighthearted and it's just nice to watch. So yeah, I give it 4 dog dicks and a tip as well.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a nice one. This is a good review. It's like what? So
yeah,
it's
so
4 dog dicks and a tip.
Everybody gave it 4 dog dicks and a tip, so that's what we give it on Tasteless Adjacent. While we're here, we might as well give what other people rated this.
I feel people would say like Rotten Tomatoes, right? So it'd say Tasteless Adjacent gives it 4 dog dicks and a tip. It's a real Master Jason Bader, they say.
I just don't think that's true. Okay, let's ignore that. IMDb gave it 6.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, critics gave it 65%. Audiences gave it 71%. Common Sense gave it 4 out of 5. Google users gave it 4.6 out of 5. And Letterboxd users gave it 3.6 out of 5. The release date was April 23rd, 2004. The budget was $37 million, and it made about $96.5 million. So pretty good return.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty big hit for her. I thought like that was. I don't know.
I think it was pretty big at the time.
Yeah. I think it made Ruffalo. Is that correct? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's quite possible. He did a good performance in this.
Someone got hired for Hulk. Who knows? I don't know. Let us know.
Before Hulk.
You know who's going to be a good Hulk? That guy from 13 going on 30.
They see the angst in his eyes from when he was, put down.
All that rage that was built up from 5th grade.
Like, that's some rage in him. Look at him. He's got that angst in his eyes. Look how well he's acting because she put him through hell. He could really be the Hulk.
When he first held her, that anger in his voice, he didn't hug her back. He's just like thinking of every moment he's seen her since he's watched her through the window on Christmases, and he just wants to. It's like, do I hug her back or throw her through the fucking window?
Jesus, Bone! Oh my God!
Wow! Ooh! Wow! Okay,
the Hulk.
I lock your door.
I'm gonna lock my door tonight. This motherfucker's on the prowl. This sickness has really brought out the worst of them. All that hot egg.
He's not getting down with the sickness.
Come on and get
down with the sickness. That cover is the best cover, like from the new Dawn of the Dead. Oh,
yeah, Richard Cheese in Rage Against the Lounge or something. Lounge Against the Machine with Richard Cheese.
We gotta do that movie. That's a great horror movie.
I like that movie, and I like how the guy from Modern Family, the dad, is in it. He's funny in that movie too. Good movie. All right. Anyway,
in a different way.
Yeah. So anyway, check it out. We got Tasteless Adjacent YouTube channel. You can check out all the Tasteless Adjacent videos on YouTube, and you can get it easy by going to p1ipoo.club. It's going to bring you right to the YouTube channel. Kind of personal stuff. I threw my old songs up there, comedy sketches, stuff like that. And now this lovely podcast I get to do with Bone and Slopdog. P1 Poo Club on X and Instagram. It's kind of where you can find just me plugging this show and any stupid shit I'm going to be doing. But this is about this lovely, delicious podcast, Tasteless Adjacent. Bone, what's up with, where can they find us for this show?
So you can follow us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts, on YouTube where Chowder said. And we're also now on Instagram and on Facebook. So check us out on those. Give us a follow. Give us a comment. If you do put a comment out, we'll read it on air. And throw us a meme or something. And we've been throwing some memes out, and that's where you'll see us saying what's coming up next. If you want to say anything, slap it.
Well, as always, we want to hear your comments, good or bad. So please don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to tell us what movie we should review. Don't be afraid to put up a meme, see what we think of it. We can tell you if we think it's funny too, and we would love that.
Or if your mother's a whore. Either way, we'll let you know. Hey, just thanks for putting the meme and hanging, or your mother's a whore. Either way, we'll let you know. Just a fun hang, folks. Enjoy the hang. It's just what we're doing here. Having a blasty poo and just enjoying company. Yeah, check it out. Let us know all your fun stuff. Give us a good story. Maybe we'll talk about it on the air. And but otherwise, yeah, thanks for listening. Next week we'll see you around. Ooh, I'm really stumbling this ending. So saith the shepherd. So saith the flock. Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Oh my God, the AIDS got him. He's like he's.
I think I fell asleep.
AIDS.
What are you, some kind of dog, Dick? Dick.
All right. We are strong. And,
We are strong. All right, here we go.
All right.
We are strong. No one can tell us we're wrong. Searching our hearts for so long.
Love is the battlefield.
Both of us
Love is a
knowing.
battlefield.
I'm hoping this is high energy because I'm low energy.
Remember there was that wrestling group with Coco Beware and Owen Hart, and they were called High Energy, and he flapped his arms like a bird.
I do not remember that.
Flapped his arms like a bird.
He's Coco Beware. It's outrageous. That's a great song.
It's like getting VD on a Valentine's Day. It's like getting herpes right in your eye.
Oh.
Not in fingers.